What's up, man? Congratulations.
Thank you.
After a 4-fight losing streak, how important is it and how much does it do for you mentally to win a fight? How do you feel?
It feels great. You know, there was a lot more pressure on me being on this losing streak. You know, I knew I had to win. I knew if I didn't win, it could have been the end of my UFC career. So I had a lot of pressure going into it. But, you know, I kept on telling myself, you know, don't worry about the past. Keep moving forward. Keep trying to keep better, getting better. Keep my head down, keep grinding, and have fun again. You know, sometimes when you get on these streaks, you put so much pressure on yourself that you forget to have fun.
Is that something you can now go forward in your career learning from, knowing that if you put too much pressure on it, you don't perform as well as you want to? Do you know that now? Can you change the way you look at your career going forward?
I feel like I can help, that will help my career for sure going forward. Is, you know what I mean, not to put so much pressure on myself and just to have fun again and remember why I do this. You know, I could have a regular job easily. You know, I'm a union piper too, but I put that on hold so I can just fight because I like fighting, and that's why I remember why I like it.
Did you you kind of ground him out, right? You grounded him out for the first 2 rounds, and then did you know the finish was going to be there in the third round? Was that always the game plan to finish him late, or did it just sort of present itself?
It presented itself, but we figured we'd finish this guy. Going in my head, I figured I'd finish this guy. And right before I walked out in the third round, Chris goes, "This is the round. He's going to turn his back and you're going to get the rear naked choke." And it worked out just like he said. So I guess the plan was that.
You're obviously a little bit damaged, not for the first time in your career. But,
Yeah.
So obviously going to need a little bit of time to heal up. But when would you like to get back in there again?
I'd like to get back in there February, March. Kron Gracie is somebody they've been trying to line me up for the last couple of fights. They said he would be out till February, the matchmakers did. And I'd like to get that fight on paper, sign the contract, and fight him. I think that's a very entertaining fight. Two good scrappy guys. Both of us are pretty good grapplers. I have wrestling. He has really good jiu-jitsu. I think that'd be an awesome fight to make. So my plan is March, maybe, end of February, somewhere in there, get back in there and get ready for Gracie, hopefully.
That is a good fight. Congrats on the win, man.
Thank you.
That third round going in there, I mean, how much of that is you just kind of willing yourself, believing in yourself that you still have it in there, and how much is that is your coaches chirping in your ear and kind of retelling you that what I think you already know?
You know, I definitely think the coaches in there helped me out. You know, we got a good understanding. We got a good bond, all three of us, and all four of us, I should say, a good bond. And, you know, they keep on reminding me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. And, you know, one thing is that I'm a cardio machine, and they knew that he wasn't going to be able to keep that pace. I knew he wasn't going to keep that pace. So that's why they said, third round's yours, you know. And I knew I had a lot of energy left. I felt like I could still go out there and perform hard, and I kept on pushing a hard pace and wearing him down little bit by little bit, chipping away. He'd stand back up, bring him back down. He'll stand back up, I'll bring him back down. But I knew that I'd be the only one to keep that pace, not him.
Can you kind of walk us through that finish there? And once you were able to finally secure the rear naked, did you know that it was done at that point?
When I had his back, he was standing up because he likes standing. I mean, he's really good at standing back up on the cage. You know, he was really good posting up on the cage and getting back up. So he was hard to hold down the cage. But when he gave his back up and I jumped on his back, and as soon as I locked that body triangle in, I mean, my body triangles are really tight. There's no space in there, you know. And all I could hear is my corner, Chris Hose, would say, "We can stay here all day, be comfortable," you know. And I was like, man, I could finish the round from here if I had to. So I didn't want to rush the rear naked choke. I started punching him. He exposed his neck. I got one arm in there. We did a little bit of hand fighting, and I knew just to squeeze as hard as I could when I locked my hands up.
And I know getting the win and getting back in the win column probably motivates you a lot more to want to get back in there. But how long did they kind of tell you to take some time off, and what's the plan to sort of take some time off before getting back in there?
I got 30 to 45 days of suspension with no contact. But I'm coming home on tomorrow. I'm home for one day, and I'm going to Disney World for 10 days.
That's
we've
awesome.
been planning a little vacation, and, you know, with everything going on, it's been crazy. So we booked it right before I took this fight, and I'm like, you know what? we're going to go. It's going to be a celebration now. We go to Disney World for 10 days and then come back and let's get back into working, you know.
Well, I'm glad you're giving yourself 10 days, but it's got to be a little extra sweet now that you know that you're going there with a win on your shoulders instead of going in there maybe trying to forget a loss.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, I've done these trips before. When you come off or have a loss, man, you're down the whole time. Your mood changes. And now I'm going to go there with a great attitude, some extra money, and some stress off my shoulders.
It's awesome. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.